Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Walking This Way's Impact Force podcast. I'm your host, Furman Jackson Jr. We are broadcasting live once again from the DFW, that is Dallas Fort Worth, just for all who wants to know. By the way, I also have along with me in the studio my lovely co-host, Lady D. Desiree. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. It is a wonderful morning, and I am so excited to see this new young leader of our generations. I'm so happy to have you here today with us.
And awesome. And we are ecstatic to have her here with us this morning. And like I said, we are broadcasting right now from the DFW, that's Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. We are live streaming right now on Facebook Live. We are live streaming right now on Twitter. We are live streaming right now on all social media platforms this morning, and we are excited to be here once again. And like I said, man, we hope everybody's having a great, productive Saturday, of course. And I have to introduce our guest. I have to introduce our guest this morning. She's a rising first grader. She's a rising star. She's a rising young. She's a rising young lady who's about to change the game in her first grade year. She had took a picture a couple weeks ago that went viral, and out of that, her picture inspired a lot of people from all over the world. And Desiree, we have with us now. And also, this episode is sponsored by New Focus. And before we get started, I want Miss Woods to go ahead and introduce herself as well.
Good morning, everyone. I am Lataj Woods, the proud CEO and owner of New Focus Family and Youth Consultant, Youth Empowerment, Family Empowerment, and I'm just delighted to have Taylor and her mom on.
And awesome. And like I said, we want to welcome them here with us this morning. The Sims family, they are a Louisiana native. I know Mrs. Sims blesses is proud of her daughter Taylor for the great work she's doing. And let's just talk about this picture that went viral. Um, I'm gonna ask you this, Miss Sim. How was it on that day? You took a picture. I know you there to celebrate Taylor and her accomplishment, graduating, and this picture where she looked very elegant, sitting up straight, legs crossed, focused, just determined to like, wow. Let's take us through that day.
Okay, so we was at the graduation, and I actually the photo that's actually going viral. I actually didn't take the picture. It was Demarcus Green. He's a senior. He's going into his senior year at the charter school, and he's the like lead photographer for the yearbook. So the picture I got was nowhere near like look like that picture because my back camera is horrible. So when I seen her, like we was focusing on the teacher calling names, and Taylor name had already been called for her award. And when I looked down, I was like, y'all look at Taylor. Like, just look at Taylor. And her legs was crossed, and me, my mom, my aunt, my grandmother, my dad, we're laughing. Cause this is just a typical Taylor moment. Like, okay, look at Taylor. Like, So we all tried to take the picture. We did, but we didn't. The quality of our picture is nowhere near his quality of his picture. So when the school actually dropped the actual Google photos, I went. I was like, I know if we caught the picture, he probably caught it too. And when I seen that he did, I shared it to Facebook. Like, look at Taylor sassy, not sassy in a mean, like in a
Right.
disrespectful way. Like, this is just and people know that know when I mean about Taylor being sassy. So it was just funny to me. Well, to me and my family, it was funny. Like so, and I didn't really realize that it would go that big. So
And it did. And I know a lot of people was inspired by it. And was all just inspired by it. To really see that young woman sitting there, the way she was looking was truly an honor and truly a blessing to see that this young child, this young lady, is all about changing the game, changing the narrative. Um, just just all what was transpired, and out of that, she's being featured on what magazines,
yes.
uh, big time television shows. So how has the spirits been for the Sims family?
I haven't been out in public with her yet. Like, she's been with my mom. So everywhere they've been, like, people like, oh my God, that's her from TV. Oh my God, that's her from TV. She just, she just looked like, this is how she looked like, okay, and walk off or she speak. Yesterday she had a banquet. Well, like they gave awards for her and her T-ball team. All her T-ball members came over. We saw you on television. We saw you. So she came to me. She was like, they keep saying they see me on TV. Okay, I was like, well, you is known right now, so people are going to come up to you everywhere that you are at this point. She just looking like, okay, she not even worried about it. She just want to go play. So they just go to like, who's on TV? So, but how do you feel when you walk around and people notice you?
Does it embarrass her?
I think she's shy. She's shy until she warm up. Once she warm up, then it's just she's very open. And I think this morning, because I kind of woke her up out of her sleep so she can actually get ready, is what got it too. So.
Yeah, that's what's up. Miss Wood, you have anything you want to share and elaborate on?
Yes. Well, when I first saw the picture, someone had shared it, and I was just like, "Who is this confident young lady?" And I did the hashtag confidence is her name, so I shared it to my social media platform, and like the next day, it was just blowing up even more. And I was like, "Let me see where she's from." So I kind of enlarged the picture, and I saw the name of the school. And when I Googled the school and saw that they were from Bastrop, Louisiana, y'all know I am Louisiana proud, like all the way. I was like, let me see who her mom is. And then I saw her mom making all these different posts and people shouting them out. And I reached out and, Furman, she was on it like right away. I told her we need to try to get her out because my thing is being in education 23 years, there's so much negativity that's spotlighted. But I promise you, Taylor is one of the bright stars and people need to see that. People really need to see there are young people as young as she is that are positive, that are respectful, that take their life serious. Only she knows what she was thinking when she was sitting there that way, but it just stopped the world for a minute and say there are some young people that are doing great things. So that's why I wanted to spotlight her. And there's some other things coming down the pipeline that we'll mention later. But shout out to Taylor, shout out to her mom, shout out to the young man that captured that picture. I mean, it speaks so much of positivity that we need right now.
Yes, I agree with you completely. And, Taylor, I just want to say, as an auntie to a little girl about your age, she's just a couple years older, I thought you were just radiating confidence. And that is exactly the perfect example that we need for all young ladies to feel confident in themselves. And, the fact that you were not worried about everything that was going on around you, you were just focused on that graduation and that moment. I'll tell you what, I was proud. I felt like I was your auntie in that moment. Okay. I was like, yes, girl. Yes. And so I think you carry yourself very, very lovely. And so what I want to ask you, Taylor, is what do you want to do? What would you like to be when you grow up? I couldn't hear her. Sorry.
A cheerleader.
A cheerleader? Hey, I think you and my niece would get along so well. She is the same thing, which I tell her all the time. You can be anything you want to be. And, if people ask her, what do you want to do when you grow up? She says, I can be anything I want to be because my auntie says so. And I want you to know that is exactly how you carry yourself, is in confidence of knowing that no matter what, you can do anything that you want to do when you grow up. And I was just so proud to see that of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Do you get embarrassed when people come up and say they see you? You do? Yeah. Hey, listen, enjoy it. You know why? Because all those people are so proud of you, just like us here on the show. We are so proud to see you carry yourself so well. And that goes to also show a good reflection of how your mama's raised you to be confident, to be strong. Okay. So you don't have to be embarrassed about anything. You need to enjoy that. And every time somebody comes up and says something to you, you just remember you've made an impact on somebody else's life. Okay.
Yeah, cause I noticed that you also was on a big platform. That's what today, right? And that's today that you was on.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did they connect with y'all?
How did the Today Show? That was Miss Rachel. So she actually reached out to one of my childhood best friends. And my childhood best, because she had just recently shared Taylor's photo, and when she reached out to my childhood best friend, she reached out to me. So when I looked in my inbox, I was like, it was like the message request, because normally I don't check those. So when I seen it, I was like, okay. And my childhood best friend actually screenshotted me everything, and then I gave her a call. She called me back within like 2 hours, and we went over the interview. I mean, we went over everything. Taylor actually wasn't here. She was actually in Dallas at the time with my mom.
Okay.
So I called my mom, let her know what was going on. And then right after I spoke with her, Good Morning America Digital called me, but I thought it was an actual spam call. So I was like, it said ABC Inc. at the bottom. And I was like, I'm not answering this. Then I was like, you know what? Answer the phone, because you never know who it could be. So I answered, and it was like, you have a call from. So I was like, oh my God. So then I pressed the number, and then she got on the phone, and I just literally like went into a shocking moment, because I'm like, did she just say Good Morning America? So boom, I hurry up. After I talked to her, hurry up, call my mom in Dallas, and I was like, girl, Taylor's gonna be on Good Morning America Digital or whatever. And I just got to screaming, and she was like, well, pat yourself on the back, Mom. And she was telling Taylor was like, okay. Just didn't have, like, you know, she don't understand what's going on. She just like, okay, that's all. But my niece, oh my God, she melted. Like, oh my God, Tay, you're gonna be on such and such. And then she was just like, okay, like, you know, my niece is a lot like older than her, so she kind of understand what's going on. But Taylor just like, okay, I'm a kid, so you know.
Man, that's awesome.
And I definitely go ahead. Sorry,
journey. Yeah, I would say it's just awesome that she's joined this amazing journey and this ride, and just being recognized all over the world about this picture that really captured the hearts of millions around the world.
Yeah.
That they took time out to see this precious young girl picture at her graduation. It's just like, words cannot explain it. Go ahead, Desiree.
No, I was just going to ask Taylor. Taylor, what's your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Math. Hey, that is so, so important. I mean, definitely, if you love it now, stick with it, okay? People might say, oh, when are you going to have to use that? We have technology to know. Stay with it. Enjoy math, okay?
Right, because that technology go down, and you got to get down to them fingers and toes.
Listen, and then some. That's right. Plus, you got to be able to balance out all that, your checkbooks and stuff later on, okay? Keep up with your kids these days. Don't know checkbooks. That goes to show you how old I am, right?
I promise you, she know all about money. I've been teaching her since she was like old enough to understand, like, you know, this is what we, you know, this is what money's for. She just found out last year about taxes, so she went to the store.
Start her out early, Mom.
It was so funny. Her and my mom went to the store, to the dollar store, and Taylor thought that she was just going to, you know, it was like $5, so they added the taxes on. She went crazy. She was like, what is taxes? So nobody was never going to tell me about taxes. Like, why do I got to pay taxes? I was like, girl, everybody pay taxes, not just you. She was like, oh my God, I just don't even know what to say.
That was like the hardest thing for me when I was in Montana. They don't have taxes on things, on anything. So when I'd go to buy something, so if it was, you know, I knew it was going to be $1.07, I'd try to give that change, and they'd give it back, and I'd be like, no, like, it's got tax. And they're like, ma'am, we don't have tax. It took me forever while I was in Montana to get used to not having to do tax. I'm sure they get that. I'm sure they collect those taxes somewhere else, though. Trust me.
So let me ask this for Taylor. I know you say you like math. Besides math, what else you like when it comes to schooling or outside school? What activities you like to do outside of school?
Play with
Like,
did she say play with her friends? I couldn't.
Yeah, you got to speak louder. Speak louder.
playing with my friend.
Okay, playing with your friends. Okay.
Hey, that's,
awesome.
You know what? That's so good to have good social skills. You need that later on whenever you get older. And that's going to help you also when it comes to public speaking, being a leader. being able to make sure that's what we do on here all the time is we're basically hanging out with our friends. Okay. It's all about networking, and that too will help you to have confidence whenever you're speaking to people. So definitely, and just think of all your friends right now that have seen what a good example you set that day at graduation, and how many of those young girls are going to say, I want to be just like Taylor.
Yeah, because if you look at that picture, she was standing out amongst the rest of the kids that was there. But just looking at the picture, it was captivating. You know what I'm saying? Off guard. And I just wanted the photographer, when he took that picture. What did he say to you, Mom, when he took that picture?
We didn't talk to him. Like, we did not talk to him none that day. Like, he takes all the pictures for school. So I just recently found out, probably 3-4 days ago, that he was that when actual Today Show asked could I get permission for the picture from the school. And that's when I found out exactly who he was, and I reached out to him. And he just was like, oh my God, thanking me, because I was like, you're going to get recognition for this photo.
Yes.
People think I took the photo. I was like, no, you're going to get that recognition. And my mom actually reached out to his mom. So it's something that he would actually like to pursue in, later in life. And I'm rooting for him. Like, when I say rooting, like, big time, because he is the one who actually captured this moment to be able, or Taylor to be able to be here to speak with you guys, to the Today Show. So, like, big offs to him.
Yeah, and I want to say, I know, just to say, I applaud you. Even in the very beginning, you were very quick to go ahead and announce that you were not the one to capture that individual was. And so, where most of us would see it as that's just the common courtesy thing to do, right? But a lot of people don't. They want to steal all the glory.
Right.
So I applaud you for, giving him that acknowledgement, because, that one photo could possibly not just change Taylor's life, but his life as well. And so, he also should be recognized for the fact that he had a keen eye to be able to capture something that even later in life, you're going to be able to look back as a mom. And, even if nothing else ever came from this, no, publicity or anything like that, right? You as a mom are still going to be able to look at your daughter and be so proud of that moment because he captured it in that photo.
Right. And that's what my aunt was saying about Taylor too. Like, even so, she'll be the first one to ever in our family to say, I made it. Even like you say, if it doesn't go nowhere, I still made an impact on the world at the age of 6. Like, that's something a lot don't do. And
that's
for
right.
him, like, when I say I just give him the utmost respect, because he's a kid himself in high school, and this is big for him to go back to school next year and everybody to say, oh my God, your photo is one of the photos that took off and went worldwide or nationwide. You know what I'm saying? So I give hats off to him, and I hope he be like one of the best photographers, producers, whatever it is that he want to be. I hope he do his very best and be.
And that's got to boost his confidence as well. So, and I think that that's what we all need. Is sometimes that's why we don't chase our dreams, is because we have those self-doubts. And so for him to take a picture that he just thought he was capturing, and then to see how it's gone viral, and to see all the positivity that's come from that, I hope that it also boosts that young man's, creative skills,
right,
and his ambition to want to continue to pursue the talent that he has.
Right.
Definitely. Because we know that a lot of our young people needs that encouragement to pursue their dreams, their goals, and their passion, and never let them turn them down. And I know I have to say, give a big shout out to Miss Wood. This episode is sponsored by New Focus. So big shout out to New Focus, family youth consultant, and she's hanging out with us this morning. I know she's very big with youth. That's a heart, a passion. Miss Woods, go ahead. You have anything you want to time in? I'll go ahead.
Yes. So, like I said, they are proud Louisianians, and such am I. But I wanted to ask you, what has been the impact in the Bastrop Monroe area? Because I'm familiar with that area, and I know they are going probably just crazy.
Yeah. Oh, they are showing so much love. Like, we have so much negativity come from those two towns for it to be not as big as Dallas or not as big as Houston. So to see some positivity come from here right now is like a breath of fresh air for Bastrop. Exactly, for Bastrop. Like, to have a Bastrop native to have something positive at 6, because some kids not even making it to 6. Some kids not even making it to 5, 10. My nephew passed away at 10, like 2 years ago. So it's a breath of fresh air for us, for our family to even be recognized, not only for, him being taken away from us 2 years ago, but for her to come back 2 years later, to bounce back right before his 2-year death anniversary, to have something so positive come from the same exact family that was just in sorrow 2 years ago is like tremendously. Like we're blessed right now. And to have the city back us up is great too. So, well, the state at this point,
Okay.
Yeah, the country. Definitely.
Man, that's
I love hearing that. So as I said earlier, I showed you yesterday I have some things that's going to be mailed out to Taylor. But I spoke with my team, who most of them are in Louisiana, and we want to adopt Taylor's first grade class. So what that means is when they go back to school, we want to do maybe like a cake and ice cream, a punch party for them, because Taylor is going to continue to get the attention. But we want it to be not just on her, but her whole class, because as Desiree said, she's a great example for other 6-year-olds, and we want them to feel included as well. And then we want to throw them a great Christmas party, whatever it is. So I'll get with you about what school she's going to. I'll reach out to the school, find out whose class she's in, and we're going to adopt that first grade class. And I definitely would love to come down and meet her, but we want to keep this going, because a lot of times when things go viral, it's kind of like a 15 seconds of fame.
Mm-hmm.
But with Taylor, we have to remember that she's 6 and she's going to have a lot of other great moments, but we need to nurture her and be that village for her. So anything that I can do personally on behalf of New Focus, I know Furman and his whole crew is always willing to bring people in and spotlight them and interview them. We don't want this to be just a one moment time, because what she's done, like you said, is a breath of fresh air for all of us. There's so much negativity. And for people to just stop and recognize this isn't just a regular kindergarten photo, we have to keep it going and let her know that she has that support and love from everyone. So Taylor, you and your friends, you're going to have a great year, because Miss Woods, I work in education as well. We're going to make sure y'all have a really great year. So look forward to that.
And then, we got to give a big shout out to everybody who's sharing this episode, because this episode is being shared right now as I look on my phone. This episode is being shared with everybody. I get the notification on my phone. So
yeah. So
here
Miss Woods, I was just going to say that is amazing for New Focus to do that as well for her entire class. And, as much as we, absolutely think that she is, she's laid that foundation for those students at that school, to be an example of. I think that that's important also, that you are wanting to recognize the other students in her class, because as we all know, people can get, and I know this is a big word for like little kids, right? But you can get a little envious and catty, right? When somebody else is getting all the attention, and then it starts turning into, the mean girl stuff, because now they're jealous that they didn't get that attention as well. And so I think that you guys, New Focus, taking that time to want to also just encourage, although we know that Taylor started that fire to grow, to sit there and know that you want to also make the others feel inspired by saying, hey, you all can do this. It's not just Taylor, but the entire class can do that. So I definitely want to give a shout out to New Focus for thinking of that and trying to help also alleviate anything that could be a negative barrier for Taylor coming from this, because unfortunately that is the society that we live in, that there's going to be people, that are like, well, why does she get all the attention? I mean, I'm sure there's probably even moms that are like, does anybody even know that my kid graduated at the same time? Because it's all been about Taylor, right? Yes. So we definitely want to alleviate any of that, or at least reduce it if possible. So thank you to New Focus and you Miss Woods for doing that.
Yes, and that was the mindset that I had when I spoke with my COO Keisha Hill, who's in Louisiana. We talked about it, and that's what I did not want. I wanted her to be that example, but also share with the other kids. So that was the goal that we were going for, just to show them all love and support them, and just follow her throughout her high school, middle school career, because she's going to be a leader. I mean, the spotlight isn't going to leave. This picture is forever engraved in our minds and our hearts. So,
yes.
Yeah.
And we
thank you. Just that. And just often to say, just on that, just make, then also that make other kids feel special because you never know what they may be going through their experience. But just what Miss New Focus is doing with the whole entire class is making them feel welcome as well, so they won't feel was it not left out, but feel important as well. Like wow, that they looking out for me too. And that's one thing with Miss Woods, her organization, she just don't focus on one child. She focuses on the whole entire class, and that's what I respect about her because she makes them all feel special, makes them all feel unique in their own special way. I got to give a big shout out to you on that with Miss Woods, and I give you a roses for that too, because you just don't focus on one child. You focus on all the children because they are the next generation, and we never. And you see the stuff we see on the news. Well, a lot of kids go through a lot of stuff, a lot of negative stuff. But if they see that somebody's taking time out for me to invest in me, that's gonna take them farther in life. And I just gotta give you roses for that.
Most definitely.
So we know the summer is here, and I know kids love summer. So Taylor, what is your plans for your summer vacation before school start?
Where we going? Oh, we're going to Branson June 15th through the 19th. Then July 27th through the 30th, we're going to North Carolina for a family reunion.
Okay. Well, we know that people gonna be noticing you because you all over the place.
I think she's going to the pool too.
It's going to the
I'm
pool,
with
too.
you on that one, Taylor. I want to go to the pool too, okay? Like, you come back to the Dallas area, we'll go to the pool, all right? We'll arrange that. Yeah?
Always in Dallas. Her Mimi stays in Dallas, so she's always.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. Well,
And so when you go to the pool, we know a lot of kids gonna coming up to you, want to take pictures, to ask for autographs, and all the other stuff. So you can be ready for that too. Cause you'll be doing a lot of autograph signing. So you ready? Yeah. And awesome. Desiree, everything you want to add?
no, just again, I just want to say, Mom, pat yourself on the back. It takes a lot as parents raising our kids in today's world. It's not like it was whenever I was a kid and you just got on your bike and you were gone all day long and your parents weren't really worried because they didn't get worried till you weren't home before the street lights came on. That's
Right.
when they got worried. Now it's hard for us as parents just constantly wanting to keep our children on the right path and letting them be not caught up into the negativity. And I think one of the greatest things about this is that Taylor being such a young lady, that I hope that when she starts having doubts later on, that she can look back at that moment and say, this is where it started and I don't want to give up. Like, this is who I am. And and I think that that's really important because sometimes, like Miss Wood said, it takes all of us. It takes a village to be able to help our young generations grow and make the smart decisions. And so definitely applaud to you. And Taylor, like I said, when you're back in Dallas, you let us know, okay? We can go do lunch or something, and we'll definitely make sure that we don't let it stop here just on this podcast or any other little, I don't want to say little, you're on the news, honey, okay? Like, that is big time, all right? And so you should definitely hold your head high, okay? And if you ever get embarrassed when people are asking you about that day, you just remind them that they can do it too, okay?
And
She
also,
says,
you
I
come
just
back
want to go to
Dallas,
bed. She said it's too early for this.
And then when she do this, also Taylor, since Miss Desiree said she'd take you out to lunch, what she need to do? Tell her where you want to go for lunch.
What's your favorite place to go eat at for lunch?
Like Papa Do's.
See, we got Johnny's here in Bastrop. It's a pizza spot. They don't
Okay.
have no. They
I don't
actually
know if
do
we have one,
in
but
Dallas.
we can find one.
I think they have one in Addison. I think it just brought they recently had one. Oh, when I was back in high school, way before Taylor was even thought of, like in 2010, 11ish. But it closed down. I don't know. The closest one is in Shreveport.
Is that your favorite food is pizza? Yeah. Okay. I'm sure that if we can't find a Johnny's here, I'm sure that we can find a good pizza place. I will do my research and we will definitely find one, and then we will go and have pizza all day long if that's what you want to do. Okay.
Do you like to play games also? So like Dave and Buster's, Main Event. There's so many places.
She's been to Shenanigans there.
Okay.
My mom and aunt take her a lot of places when she's vacationing in Dallas. So.
Okay.
Or we could just find a pool, Taylor, and just lay out by the pool and order pizza to be delivered to us. Like that works for me too. I can definitely tell my job that I need a day off so that I can just hang out at the pool and eat pizza.
Jay. So, have you been to the movies? Have you seen the Little Mermaid? I know everybody talk about the Little Mermaid. Have you seen the Little Mermaid yet?
Mm-hmm.
She went last Friday, to be exact.
Okay, how you liked it? You liked it?
Tell them about
it.
Taylor, it looks like you have some fans on the screen right now too. I don't know if you can see what it says on the screen, but it says "Go Taylor."
That's from Walter.
Big shout out to Walter. He's in the comment section.
There's you another one.
That's Sierra Washington.
Big shout out to her. They show you some love this morning, Taylor. And then
see, look at all these people just on that's watching today that is just supporting you and just so inspired. Look, it says Taylor for boss. Look at there. Oh, she's waving. She's saying hi. Bunch of hearts for you there too from Miss Washington. See all these people right here that are so proud of you. I love it. This Saturday just got even better. Okay, I'm feeling inspired by you.
I know, right? Make you want to take on the world. So it's great stuff. Hey, Miss Woods, while you're here on the show, tell the listening audience about New Focus, what New Focus is all about. How can it be? How can they plug in? How can they support? So they can know. Cause I just don't you be on here just be on here. We talk about New Focus also.
Well, New Focus Family Youth Consultant is a business, like I said, that looks to empower youth and families. And I started it 2 years ago. I'm originally from Louisiana, 23 years in education. I just love empowering young people. And one of the things that we're doing right now with young people, we have a program called Torch Team. So shout out to Furman. We're going to be dropping the flyer on Tuesday. And Torch stands for Tackling Opposition with Resilience, Character, and Heart. And it's just an acronym for young people to encourage other young people that no matter what you go through, you can face it. And like I said, Taylor being 6 years old is just a prime example of how people need to see something positive with young people, that more spotlight needs to be on great things. There's so much negativity that always gets put in the front and center. And I just think this summer is starting off in such a great way by that picture going viral. And then also just being able to meet her, having her here on the show, being able to connect further, hopefully. And that's what it's about. I want to bring that village back. I talked about where I come from, small Louisiana farm town. I had a village, and our young kids need that. They need it so much. It's okay to make sure that you're good, your nieces and nephews are good, your kids are good, your grandkids are good. But that's a lot of children that we need to wrap our arms and our hearts around and show them love and show them support. And that's what I'm all about, and connecting with like-minded individuals that feel the same way. So New Focus has a lot of great things coming this summer. It's going to be jam-packed, but it's going to be positive and productive. And I'm just looking forward to just sharing what I have in my passion and purpose with as many people as possible. And the Sims family is one of them. I told her we're family now, so it's no turning back.
Man, awesome. And I want my Lady D, Desiree, go ahead and read the comment section. Go ahead.
It says, Taylor, can you see on there? It says, "Go Taylor," with a bunch of beautiful hearts just for you. And I loved it. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, when she was watching earlier, she could see it popping up and she was sitting there waving. I love it. She's already got it down like, hey, it's me. And so that one says, "Proud of you, baby girl." And that's from Carla Anthony.
Thank you.
And here is another one from Miss Robinson. Look, she's got a bunch of hearts for you. You see that? Can you see it on the screen?
And the fist bump too.
Yep.
Hey, thank you, Naisha. They can't hear me.
Everybody comments are just coming in left and right.
Look at it. It says, "Tay Bay,
You know, that's somebody that know you personally to call you that, don't
Mhm.
Wow, they are coming in this morning.
Super proud of Miss Taylor. I'm
That's what
loving
it is.
this.
Right.
This is what it's
Miss
about
Lynn.
right here, is all of this support that you have behind you, Taylor, for being such an amazing example.
Oh, she warming up now.
Mhm.
Like, she's like, my fan base is coming in. So it says, so proud of you,
Proud of-
and then a bunch of hearts.
Thank you.
Oh, she warming up. She warmed up. And awesome stuff. And those that's listening to us right now, hey, go to our YouTube channel. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification button. Me and Desiree, we go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, of course. And we want everybody to tune in. We want to get our subscription number, our subscribers numbers up. We at 490 right now, so we almost at 500. So we want to get them numbers up. So go ahead, go to our YouTube channel right now, hit the notification button, and every time we go live, you will get the notification. So we thank everybody for tuning in and supporting Taylor. She got some more comments too. Let me see what is up. Oh, we're seeing that one.
Says, I'm here for it, baby girl. Go show these people how outspoken you are, gal. LOL. Are you a lot more talkative? Are you being shy? Like, I feel like some people on here that might know you that know you're a lot more talkative than that.
She warming up. You see it. She coming alive. She opening up.
It's just she's just waking up, so she try to, you know, how everybody just wake up, they got to take at least 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour to get to where they need to be before they can.
Look, I was gonna say, sometimes it takes me a minute too. Okay, I gotta motivate myself. But I'll tell you what, this morning I got up and I said, I'm so excited. Not only, you know, that you're the youngest one I have interviewed personally on the show since doing this podcast, but just the fact that I think that it's amazing from seeing, like, people. As a matter of fact, people asked me, who are you guys interviewing? What's the topic about today? And I would share, you know, her information from the from when she was on the news and stuff, and they said, I saw her. I actually saw that come through my social media feed. That's who's going to be on your show. And so I was like, yeah, that's how we're doing it over here. Yeah. I was like, we got Taylor. So I loved it. So I was definitely motivated this morning to be able to have you on. And so, you know, I think that it's important that we support, you know, every young male and female. So it says, I love this for you, TK. Do we know this person personally right here? Because, boy, they are so supportive of you. You've got a lot of good people behind you.
Yes, a lot of people been calling. Like my mom, I called her in the break room when I got the call about the Today Show. Somebody walked up to her and was like, oh my God, have y'all seen this little girl going viral on Facebook? So I'm like, let me see the photo. When she seen it, she was like, that's my grandbaby, that's my grandbaby. And then my grandmother was at work and they was walking in. She was like, oh my God, y'all have to see this little girl. She's going viral. When my grandmother seen it, she was like, that's my great granddaughter. They was like, are you serious? She was like, yes, that's my great granddaughter. Oh my God. So it's been kind of funny though. Even her dad's mom, they was talking about it. And she was like, you know, let me see. When she seen it, she was like, my baby going viral. I was like, yeah.
You have another one on there that says Taylor with a bunch of heart faces. Can you see it?
Who is it? Say her name. Say thank you to her. Who is it? Who is it? Say her name.
Oh, look we got Taylor Swift going on up here. Okay.
Oh, so that's your nickname, Taylor Swift?
That's what one of her Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Who call you? I know, but who call you that? Tina. She said, go Taylor Swift.
Getting a lot of love this morning.
Definitely.
They proud of you.
Look, bless her heart, Mom. She says, you know what, if I'd have been woke up about an hour earlier with some sprinkle donuts, you know, I might have had a little bit more.
If she'd had some sprinkle donuts, it's hype. It would have been like, she would have been hype.
So Taylor would have been interviewing us, right?
Yeah, she probably would have showed you guys a flip or something, but TikTok says something by now if you. See?
I have a question for Lexi. So, Lexi, what would you say to the moms out there that are raising young girls about them instilling that confidence? Because she had to get it from somewhere. So, what would be some tips you would give to them?
Just always tell them to be the best at whatever they can be, whatever they want to do. Be the best. Support. Like the number one thing is support from a parent. Like I understand that some parents, you have to work and kids are involved in stuff, and sometimes you just can't make it. But it's the support. Like you can send someone FaceTime, anything. It's just support. Support your kids no matter what. Never take your hands off your kids at all. Always let them know to be confident, to be brave. Like when Taylor, like the things I teach Taylor is, like when she's sad, her first thing is to put her head down. No, man, we don't put our heads down. You have to raise your head up because I understand that you're sad, but we're gonna be sad with high priorities over here. Like you're gonna have your head held high being sad today if you're gonna be sad. Or remember why. Let me know why you're sad, and we can fix it. Let's find solutions. Always talk to your kids. Like I'm a parent. We learn parenting is not easy at all. So I learned day by day too of how to be a parent. So I've actually worked at a Head Start center last year, and I learned like you got to talk to your kids to see what's going on. Just because they mad for a reason, they upset for a reason. Figure out what their reason is. It could be one of the craziest reasons because they can't watch TV, but figure it out. Like just ask them the question, like, why are you upset? What's wrong? I even asked Taylor, do you think I'm a good parent to you? Like I have to ask her that. Like, do you think I'm doing great? If you feel like I'm not, tell me what you feel that I need to change so we can get on the same path to be one and one, to figure out what we can do to make this life easy for not only me, but for you as well. So just talk to your kids. Ask them questions. Take them on dates. Like I take homegirl out to eat, sometimes to the trampoline. Whatever she want to do, I take her out. We have conversations. Hey, tell me how your day was. Even though I've seen what her day was like, but tell me in your head what your day was like today. What you want to do. Like, tell me, talk to me. Sit and talk to me. And that's what my mom did for me. Like, she sit and talk. She'll come in the room. Sometimes I'll be like, I don't want to talk. But she'll be like, girl, what's the problem? What's going on today? Talk to me. That's how I do her. Like, talk to your kids. Be there. Y'all may feel like y'all being in their business, or I used to feel like my mom was in my business too, but I thank her. Be all up in your kids' business because you never know what's going on. So stay in
that's very much needed. I'm glad you brought that up. The communication when it comes to your children, to be able that they won't be afraid to come speak to you about anything. Because I know some individual parents, anytime a child asks a question, they hoop and holler at them, yell at them. So they keep the child from not asking anything. That's how the child end up going to get answers from unknown places they shouldn't go.
Right.
But I'm glad you brought that up. How important it is to allow your child to come talk to you about anything that's bothering you, or if somebody's saying something to you, or somebody's offending you, that they come talk to you without hooping and holler at them. So I'm glad you brought that up because some people need to hear that communication with the child is very, very important.
I think they think because sometimes their kids are so young, you don't have to communicate with them. They got feelings, they got things they want to express too. So she come to me, she can wake up and just come in. Mom, I got something come on, talk to them. That's just all I say. I'm like, talk to them, tell me what it is. And it could be so small to me, but it's big to her. Like, oh my God, really?
Yeah.
What's the passion behind it? Because sometimes they just want to talk. Even she just come and tell me how she done made colors or something like that. Okay, girl. She want to play dolls. We play dolls. She want to, and I got a cousin that she just love him to death. Like he called her his broke best friend. So they do makeup. Like he is a big step in her life, like one of a major person in her life. And he take our time just to call on the phone to see how her day was, like things of that nature. Like do that with your kids. Even I got friends that call and get on the phone with her. They don't even want to talk to me. They just say pass the phone to Taylor. So that's why, like we got a village, but stay on your kids. Like sometimes it's okay to be your kid's friend. It's okay because they need that. They need that friend, that trustworthy friend, because outside people are not friends. this here, like, be your child friend to a certain extent, but let them know, you know. But sometimes they need their friend to come in the house and they don't feel like talking to nobody else. They be like, Mom, I just need to talk to you. Be your child friend, because you was once her age before. I was 6 a long time ago. I'm gonna be 7. I done been 7. She got a long time to catch up with me. Every age that she going to, I done been, so I can know how to relate and talk to her about it.
Yeah, especially if some already happened, then somebody come tell you about it, you be like, I already know, because
Right.
Taylor told me everything.
Know your kids. You got to know your kids. And no matter how much you know them, you still really don't know your kid. You don't know what your kid won't do until they actually do it. And you be like, you know, just know your kids. But she the type of kid right now, and I love it. Like, if she gonna do something, she gonna let you know she gonna do it before she do it. So she's open, and I like that about her. Even if it's not me, it's with my mom. She'll go sit in there and talk to my mom. They talk about my mom work day, school, like they have conversations. So,
you know, I think that it's important on that communication. My son's 22, and I still, you know, will, like, I'll be like, especially if I know something's off, I'll just be like, no, you got to communicate. Use your words, talk to me, tell me what's going on. I can't read your mind. And so, you know, but I think that's what helped me to raise my sons, is knowing that I was able to talk to them and that they could always come to me. Even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear, they still knew they could come to Mom for it. And I think that's what we need to not let our kids be afraid to talk to us. So many kids might get themselves in some trouble and then be like, I can't tell my parents are going to go off. You know, of course it's our job to make sure that we are keeping them in line. But if they can't come to us, you know, like Furman said, they're going to go other places to get, you know, advice. And that's where it starts to, you know, really get messy. But I think that one of the things that you had also said a minute ago that I heard was, you say, even if it seems really small to us, just be excited and let them tell it. And I think that that's so important, because, you know, we as parents, especially just so being busy, we're always like, not now, tell me about it later. I don't want to hear, you know, go play. And sometimes, you know, what they really need to hear is just tell me about it. Let me hear it. And with some excitement in your face, you know? And so when you said that a minute ago, I just thought, you know, absolutely, that is what they need to know, that it's important to us if it's important to them.
Very important. Very. Like I said, what else we got? So Taylor, I know you're ready to go to the first grade. So you're excited about going to the first grade this year? Make new friends?
Yes.
Do you have any pets, Taylor?
Yes.
how many dogs?
Oh, you're a dog. I love a dog. What kind of dog
You got 3?
Pits.
Oh, I have a pit bull too. She's usually always up on the show. Right now she's being late. She's saying she's not getting out of the bed, Taylor. That's what she's saying. But she usually comes up on here too. What are your dog's names?
Jackboy.
What you
Say
say?
it louder. Say it louder.
Okay.
Jackboy, Callie, and Max.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all 3 of them are pit bulls?
Yes.
Yep. I'll see. Carmelita, come here. Carmen, come say hi to Taylor. Come here, mommies. Come on.
And I bet she
I'll
got
see if this one will come
got
over
a
here or
spoil
not.
too, right?
They got her spoiled because they don't let her go nowhere. We had 2 other dogs. They were some house dogs. Her and Jackboy, actually, when she was born, Jackboy was probably like 3 to 6 weeks old. So them 2 actually kind of grew up together. So, and then we got the other 2. We just recently got them. But we had 2 house dogs that was her protector, like
Okay.
away.
Taylor, this one is my baby right here. This is, come here, say hi. Come here. Usually, let me tell you, she has no problem, does she, Furman, to come say hi on this show?
No.
Look at Carmen, say hi to Taylor. Look at, she's like, I just want to go back to sleep, Mama. She says it's too early for this. Usually she is always, she'll put her face up in the camera. There you are. Can you say hi? Look at it. Yeah.
She had a white dog, the same exact color, but she was all white and she had 1 brown patch. But
we adopted this beautiful soul from the Dallas Animal Shelter on Doggy Adoption Day last year, so August the 26th. And guess what? The news was there that day, Taylor, and she got to be on the news too. And so she was the dog featured for being adopted that day. And so her day of getting adopted for her new forever home was also her day that she got to be on the news. And then she got renamed. She was Coco when I got her, and then I renamed her to Karma. She is definitely my Karma. And so, but now she's living her best life here. And so we definitely love her. So if anybody wants to adopt an animal, please go see the Dallas Animal Shelter, as adoptions are free. Your animals will be spayed and neutered, as well as microchipped, and all of their shots. So if anybody's looking to adopt or you're just wanting a pet, go by there and check it out. There are too many animals there that are not getting to see tomorrow because they are so overfilled. So I definitely recommend adoption.
Man, awesome stuff. I love dogs myself. I know when I get my house, give me a dog inside the house, and I got to think of a name for him.
I'm not a pet person. Not a pet person. I have fish.
Or not.
You have fish? Look, they're so low maintenance, right?
Fish and fish.
Is it a
That's me.
Hmm.
You see?
Is that dog a girl?
She is a girl. She is a girl, and she, you know what? When I got her, she was so tiny. Like, she was just so skinny, and she had just had puppies, and her owners did not want to keep her. They just wanted to keep the puppies, and so that's why they gave her up for adoption. And so she was really sad and happy, and you can't tell from right here, but I assure you, she is not skinny or sad. She's got lots of extra weight going on her now. Sometimes I think, Lord, we got to put you on a diet, Mama. But yes, she's a female. Are yours all boys?
2 boys and a girl.
2 boys and a girl. Well, look at there. See, we have something else in common. We are pit bull lovers.
So, Tay, what you got planned for your day? We don't want to hold you up. So, what you got planned for your weekend, your Saturday?
Today, what you got? What we doing today?
Going to the swim.
Going to the swimming pool. Going to the swimming pool. When you have fun in the swimming pool today, so you going to swim pool with your friends?
Yeah.
She actually got invited to a pool party today, so I think we're doing a pool party today for one of her t-ball players.
Oh.
Awesome.
Who would have known that the day you called me scared to take the test that you were going to be ready to birthday 6 years?
Awesome.
Oh my God. Did she go all the way back to almost 7 years ago? Yes.
So you played t-ball too? Yeah, you like it?
Oh, you're an athlete.
You play sports?
What other sports do you enjoy playing?
She liked to dance.
Okay. I know you said you want to be a cheerleader, right?
Mm-hmm. She changed her profession every other day.
Listen, and you can do that. Look at it's okay. You know what the most important thing about that is that you have a goal. So it doesn't matter what goal it is. It can change all the time. It's the fact that you're saying, I'm going to do something with my life. So you change it until you find what hits your heart. I didn't decide to be a social worker until, well, we're not going to talk about how old I was. But you know what? 17 years past graduating from high school, I said, I'm going to go to college and get a degree. And I did. And so I did it in speedy mode because of how old I am. And so I did that bachelor's in a year, or my associate's in a year, my bachelor's in a year, and my master's in a year in a semester. So guess what? You can do it. No matter how old you get, you can still do it. She says, hit a move for them, Taylor. Somebody's telling, are you going to dance for us? Are you going to show us how you can dance?
No.
Taylor, we're gonna have to have some talks off camera, Taylor, so I can see that not shy personality. Okay, I'll have to get my niece and you to FaceTime each other or something, and y'all can show each other your cheer moves and your dance moves. She would love it.
You like that?
She think about that pool party.
Yeah.
She did that pool party. Hey, I'm at this, Miss Woods. Are y'all having any back to school events coming up for the school year? with the organization?
I'm going to be participating in a few, but I have a organization called Destiny's Chasers. We're doing a sneaker ball on June 25th. It's going to be in Fort Worth, and we're going to be spotlighting the achievement of 100 students. So I posted that on my social media, and it's going to be really great. It's going to be a red carpet event. It's absolutely free, and we're looking for 100 young people to spotlight with their achievement and just come out and just have a great time.
You said that's June 25th?
June 25th is going to be in Fort Worth, Texas, and I have shared the flyer to my social media page.
I wish we could make it because she's participating in one here in Bastrop June 24th.
Okay, yes.
Right.
So that's coming up, and also I'll be in Galveston, Texas, Wharton, Texas, in July for a No More Violence convention. Going to be working with some families on just showing them love because they've experienced violence with either a youth or either a parent. So I'm looking forward to partnering with that organization. Shout out to Trisha Allen of No More Violence. She's out of Dallas, but we're going to be going to Galveston and holding the convention there.
Much needed stuff because there's so much stuff going on in our city, just not just in our city, all around. When it comes to our young people, I remember growing up back in home in Mobile, Alabama. That's where I'm really from. We had a lot of programs geared to youth, and it's all of a sudden they took that stuff away. But now children are getting caught into all type of crimes. I work within the system, and I'm seeing a lot of young boys got adult charges now, looking at the life of the rest of their prison, looking at that life in prison for the rest of their life. And we have to change the narrative on that because these young kids, especially young boys, have not experienced living life, had not experienced going to play football, basketball, go to their senior prom. They want to experience this stuff no more, and it's sad.
Definitely. And that's what Torch is about, and that's why I sent Taylor some Torch merch, and I know her mom is going to let her rock it and tag me in it because you have to start with them being very young, y'all. You can't wait until they're a teenager. They're being exposed to so much now with social media and just, what Lexi was saying about communicating. They feel like they can't talk to anyone. So they're going and they're collaborating with people that don't have their best interests in mind, and they're pulling them down the wrong path. So all of these organizations that I'm collaborating with, we're all about trying to be proactive to try to catch those young people before they get in situations that unfortunately no one can get them out of.
Yeah, right. It really is. And got to give a shout out to Anthony Amos. He's doing the same thing in Chicago, giving back to the youth. He designs sneakers and stuff. He's been on the show numerous times. And I think he's in Houston. Ain't he? He's in Houston.
Yeah, you already know I know where my boy Anthony is. He's in Houston, yes. Started it at 10 this morning there in Houston. So, or 11 in Houston. I got to know what time zone it is here. But yeah, so he's in Houston, and they're actually there to, so I work in veteran services, for our City of Dallas City Attorney's Office here. So I take care of our Veterans Treatment Court. And so Anthony's also a veteran, so an active one right now with the National Guard. So I support it. They're down there to explain to other individuals that there's more than just saying I'm just signing up to go into the military and it's this kind of a structure thing, that there's additional resources. But and then also to see what life is like after they've gotten out of the military. So Anthony is an amazing shoe designer and out of Chicago, and his whole thing is doing this mentorship for the youth there in Chicago to where they can be a part of his program. It's to teach them how to use their creative skills. It's also there's some discipline behind it as well, so they have to be doing good in school. They cannot be inside in trouble. Their grades have to be kept up to be a part of his program, but just allowing them to be able to use their skills, I think it's amazing.
And that's it. And then, like I said, I'm glad that Miss Woods and Anthony and many others are doing great things. And it takes special individuals themselves to give back to our community and to our next generation, because it's much needed. I remember when I was growing up, they said in my generation there could be no more Social Security. And like I said, by me working the system, I see they are incarcerated now. So it's like, what we got to do? It's crazy out here. Cause and that's why I say thank God for Taylor, and y'all keep that village around her because it's real out here, and we know that the devil seeking we made a vow, right? So keep that shield, keep her prayed up, and keep protecting her from every hurt, harm, and danger. I know we're about to ready to get off the air this morning. I know everybody has things to do on this Saturday. Before we get off, big shout out to Miss Woods. New Focus sponsored this episode this morning, so big shout out to New Focus as well. So, Miss Woods, LD, go ahead and leave your final remarks with the listening audience. How can they plug in with you as well?
Well, you can definitely contact me here on Facebook at New Focus Family You Consultant or by my name, Lataj Woods. On IG, it's New Focus 22. Or you can reach out to me via my website, www.newfocusfyc.com. And my last and final comment is just to Taylor. Congratulations again. Thank you for being that bright star for all of us to kick off the summer of 2023. And you are definitely a future world changer. And shout out to you too, Mom, for doing an amazing job with this 6-year-old.
Thank you guys for giving us this opportunity to come here. Thank you for everything at this point.
And hey, Mom, you have any final remarks you want to leave to the listening audience? Drop some jewels, drop some nuggets. Your experience, because you're raising a beautiful young lady that's on the path of greatness. She's a future Hall of Famer, of course. And we love to bring her back on here. We want to get some updates with her. So drop some jewels, drop some nuggets for the listening audience.
Support system. A support system is everything raising kids. Like, make sure you got a support system, because when you can't, they can. And I always just tell your kids, can't is not a word. Like, I don't let Taylor say can't at all. Can't is not a word. We don't even do that. Everything you say you can't do, you gonna do. I make her do it. When she says she can't do it, I make her do it, because I know you can.
That's it. Desiree?
Now, I was just going to say, poor Taylor on the side of the fact that now everybody out there knows who she is. So she's not going to get away with anything at this point, right? We're going to be like, hey, we saw Taylor buying candy. Hey, we saw, like, Taylor definitely is going to have eyes on her. But all I can do is hope that, she continues to take this moment and not let it ever, dull her sparkle. And, next year, I'm excited to see her journey as she grows into a young woman and how she takes this opportunity to definitely make a change for all young ladies out there. So I definitely hope that we can have you guys back and see how things have gone and how they've changed. So I don't know where Taylor went, but you tell her that I'm giving her my word that when she comes back to this area, we're definitely going to do some lunch.
Okay. Oh, and I just want y'all to remember, to everybody, that she's a kid. She's 6. So if she do something out the ordinary outside of the picture, she's 6. Like, she is. So people want her to be the same from that picture every day, but she's 6. She's gonna fidget. She's gonna flip. She's gonna probably, she's 6. It's a time and place. She know how to present herself at all times. She know how to present herself when, so she's 6.
And that's what's up right there.
And I love that. I love that you just wanted to take that, because we can't expect our kids to be perfect all the time. They're gonna be kids. They're gonna make mistakes. That's how they learn, and that's how they grow. So I love that you included that right there.
Yeah, she still got to enjoy her life. She's still a child, so let her enjoy life, have fun with friends and stuff like that. And time and place for everything. We about to get off the air, so we thank everybody for watching us this morning. Also, this episode will be played on iHeart, Spotify, Google Podcasts. So go look up Walking This Way Impact with Podcast. You can download this episode, share it, like, comment, share. Also, it will be up on YouTube. We're live streaming on Twitter as well, so you can watch it on Twitter, the replay. And of course, we're live streaming on our Walking This Way Impact What's page as well. So we're about to get off the air. Y'all have a great Saturday. Me and Desiree will be back Tuesday night here at 7 p.m. prime time on our Tuesday evening show. Y'all have a great weekend. Remember the graveyard. Everybody had one thing in common. They thought they were going to see the mark, and they didn't. Let's live life like it is our last. Remember, look yourself in the mirror. Tell yourself I'm proud of you. Tell yourself I got your back. Tell yourself we're going to succeed. Tell yourself we're going to conquer. Tell yourself we're going to master. Tell yourself we're going to overcome. Tell yourself we're on a sheet and tell yourself, I love you, most importantly, and walk with your head held up high. And never let nobody tell you can't do anything. You can do it. But the scripture says, I do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So know where your strength comes from. And me and Desiree, we're back Tuesday night here on Walking This Way Impact Force Podcast. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.
Thank y'all.